Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m. in this space. It is yoga, breathwork, and sound. So it's 2 hours of 3 of my favorite modalities. Come on in, Laura. And maybe right, are you guys afraid of the front? Are you cool? Hi, Anya. Don't be afraid of like, yeah, perfect. Okay. Good. Good. Okay. Okay. So my embodiment class next Saturday, yoga, breathwork, sound, $30 per person. It's my favorite class that I teach. I love it so much. So if you're around, please come. I have a DJ coming. So there will be live music for the breathwork portion. And then afterwards, so this is the 21st, there will be a dance party. So from 9 p.m. onwards, it will just be fun dancing in here with live DJ. So I will have some glow sticks. We can, have fun. It will be super fun. Lots of fun. Oh. But come if you're around, if you don't have plans. It's just by donation. All the money goes to the DJ and this space. So that's the 21st. And then I also have a quickie weekend retreat that I have on my website now, and I'm super excited about it. It's in Sundance, and it's the first weekend of December. There are spots starting at $666. No, I'm just kidding. I know what I was writing. I'm like, should I make it like different? Yes. Kind of fun. Witchy. No, just kidding. Anyway, so it's a weekend up in Sundance. It's just this really huge cabin. It sleeps 40 people, but we're only going to have about 25, so it won't be like super overly crowded. And we'll be doing, it's not yoga so much. We might do like little bits of yoga, but it's just like all wellness modalities. So meditation, sound, breath work, and then all just little classes offered all day that you can kind of opt in or opt out. So, or if you're like, I would rather go on a hike, you can go on a snow hike in your snowshoes or whatever it may be. So if you have any questions, ask me after class, or there's flyers out there for all my retreats, yada, yada. Let's do yoga. Okay. Go ahead and find your comfortable seated meditation, or as comfortable as you can get in a seat. So take your time. If you want to sit up on top of a block or anything like that, feel free. And if you want to move a little, stretch a little, just kind of get your wiggles out or feel a little more into your physicality, take a moment. And then as you are ready, settle into stillness. See if you can very intentionally find your way into a nice tall spine. The sense of grounding and rooting through your sit bones. Draw up through the crown of your head. So imagine there's a little string attached to the very top of your head and it's pulling up. Let your shoulders relax and melt down away from your ears. And notice if you're holding any tension through your face, through your jaw, through your forehead, your eyebrows. Just bringing in more awareness, paying more attention, and start to pay more attention to your own breath, to the subtle, perhaps rise and fall, expansion, contraction. If you want, you could even use your imagination. You could visualize your breath. Next time you breathe in, fill up as big as you can. Hold at the top, and when you think you are completely full, see if you can even find an extra little teaspoon of air, sip it in. Great big huge sigh out your mouth, let it go. Do that 2 more times. Huge inhalation, fill up. Imagine that you take up more space as you breathe in. So energetically take up more space. Take that extra sip as you hold. And then out your mouth, release. Very nice, friends. Do that 1 more time. Huge inhale. Fill up every cell, every fiber, every space inside. Hold in fullness. Extra sip if it's there. Maybe even 2 extra sips this time. And then release out your mouth. Let it go. Good. Seal your lips now and start to drop into what we call Ujjayi breath. So Ujjayi, slow, steady, calming, regulating. But at the same time, it's also vibrant and energizing and powerful. So see if you can find that little bit of effort in your breath. See if you can start to create that sound like an ocean wave or a gentle whisper. And use your breath as an anchor throughout this practice to keep you present. So anytime your mind wanders, anytime you go somewhere else, no big deal. But just notice that and come back to your breath. It's always right here, right now. So as you are ready, my friends, take your breath with you. Come forward to your hands and your knees. We're just going to move through a very simple flow from our hands and our knees. So next time you inhale, cow pose, lift the crown of your head, lift your heart, lift your tailbone behind you. And as you exhale, curl in, round a lot. Maybe you even lift your fingertips and push down through your fingertips. Come back to a neutral spine position. Curl your toes under and lift your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. And for this first one, take a few rounds here. So maybe you want to pedal out your heels or shift your hips from side to side. Maybe you want to give your head a little shake or a little nod. Good, beautiful poses. So strong hands, spread your fingers really wide. Strong shoulders. And strong core. See if you can find that lift that comes from your center, that lifts you out of your arms and your wrists. Take one more big inhale into your down dog. And then as you exhale, set your knees down and sit back into a child's pose. So hips to your heels, forehead to your mat. And again, give yourself just a moment here. Maybe you want to roll your forehead side to side against your mat. Maybe you even want to walk your hands side to side a bit. Swivel your hips side to side. Is your Ujjayi breath still there? Can you still feel it? Can you still hear it? Or did you forget about it? So notice and come back. Fire it up. If you're walking your hands from side to side, start to wrap it up. So come back to center, regular child's pose. And then breath to movement for just a moment through all of that. So next inhale, cow posture. Lift your heart, lift your tailbone, spread your front ribs. Exhale, cat posture. So round your spine, curl in. See if you can feel a stretch through your back body. Neutral spine, inhale, lift your hips high. So tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. And exhale, bring your knees to the ground. Sit back into your child's pose. Just like that with your breath. Inhale, cow posture, spinal extension. Exhale, cat posture, spinal flexion. Curl in, hollow out. Inhale, down dog. So neutralize your spine, curl your toes under, and send your hips back and up. Child's pose. Exhale, sit back and rest all the way to empty. Last time through, just like that. Inhale, cow posture. Exhale, cat. Empty all the way out, navel to spine. Down dog, breathe in. Curl your toes under, send your hips back and up. Very nice. Child's pose it out. Exhale. Inhale, just a regular tabletop position, hands and knees. Bring your knees at least hips width distance apart if they're not already. We'll take thread the needle, right arm out to the right, all the way up towards the ceiling. One big inhale here. As you exhale, thread your right arm through. Come down to rest, outside of your shoulder, outside of your head, gently. And then work it however you want for about 3 to 5 breaths. Breathe into your back body. So especially back of your heart, back of your ribs, feel the space there. You can even get your breath to move all the way down into your low back, your kidneys, your hips. Nice, honey. Take about 1 or 2 more. If you do happen to have your left hand lifted, set it back down. And then on an inhalation, unthread your right arm. Reach it out and up 1 more time. See if you can reach a little bit higher. And right hand to the ground. Downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Walk it out. So Ujjayi breath. Strong, powerful. See if you can use your inhales to create a sense of buoyancy inside. So it literally feels like your body gets lighter every time you breathe in. See if you can use your exhales to connect to your center, to your strong core, to your bandhas. So at the bottom of each exhale, you feel that lock, that connection. All the way to empty, you feel your intrinsic strength. Take 1 more deep breath. And then at the bottom of your exhale, just walk your hands to the back of your yoga mat until you find yourself in a forward fold. So eventually all the weight comes into your feet. Maybe you want to widen your stance a bit, a little wider than your hips perhaps for this first fold. All of your toes face forward. Be here for a moment so you could ragdoll your arms. Maybe you want to bring your hands behind your head and interlace your fingers at the base of your skull. Give the back of your neck some traction. So notice where the weight in your feet is and try not to rock back into your heels and lock out your knees, but instead weight slightly forward. And maybe you even got a big bend in your knees, that's fine. Focus on lifting your butt, your sit bones as high as you can using the strength in your core. Let the crown of your head get closer to the ground, maybe just a little tiny bit. Last big deep breath here. As you inhale, halfway lift position, spine parallel to the ground. Exhale, fold. Roll slowly up to stand. Let your arms and your head hang heavy the entire way. So really, really slow. It's like your spine is a string of pearls, 1 pearl at a time. That is the very last thing to lift. Once your head stacks, roll out your shoulders up, back, and down. And then next time your shoulders roll back and down, keep them there, palms open to face towards the front of the room. Mountain pose. So feet root down, crown draws up. Feel the space inside of your body. Maybe even close your eyes, and from the inside, feel your body, feel yourself as an energetic being. Breath flowing through you. Energy flowing through you. Stay as you are. Fill up as big as you can. Hold in that fullness. Every space inflates with your breath. Extra little sip. And then out your mouth, release. Ah. All right. Ujjayi breath. Inhale, arms to the sky. Stretch tall. Exhale, take your slow dive down into your fold. Beautiful breathing as you inhale. Find a halfway lift. Nice, Ali. So spine parallel to the ground. Get all the rounding out of your back. From here, crawl your hands or your fingertips forward until you're in a plank position. So shoulders over wrists, hips level with your shoulders. Nice, Liz. Spread your fingers really, really wide and push the ground away. See if you can take little baby rocks forward and back like you're sawing through a piece of wood with your body. So navel to spine, feel your strong core. If you want to come to your knees at any time, please feel free. Take 1 more inhale and maybe a little rock forward onto your tippy toes. Exhale, lower halfway down, chaturanga hold. Try not to let your shoulders roll forward. Push back up as you breathe in, high plank. 1 more like that. Halfway down, strong arms, strong belly, even strong legs. Squeeze your quads. Nice, Sydney. Inhale, push back up. Very nice. All the way down. Awesome, Katie. So to your belly this time. Spider-Man Cobra. Hands out wide to frame your yoga mat on your fingertips. Elbows face the sky. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, take a little twist to your right and dip your left shoulder down. Oh. Inhale, come back through center. Lift your heart, tone your belly, press down through your pelvis and your shoelaces. Other side, exhale. Yes, very nice. Take that 1 more time, each direction, with your own breath at your own pace. So feel into your shoulder girdle, feel into your front body, back body, side bodies, even your lower body. Use your breath. Eventually, an inhale will bring you back to center, no rush. You can hold there as long as you want. Downward facing dog as you're ready. Nice, Chris. Beautiful, friends. All right, you've got about 5 rounds in your down dog. Just quickly, question from me to you. If you want a hands-off practice today, you would rather not be touched or physically adjusted in any way. I do not take it personally. Just let me know by raising one leg in the air really quick. Okay, thank you. Now, if you want to raise one leg in the air just to stretch or just to explore, go for it. So big, strong hands on the ground. Make your fingers as wide as you can. So even awareness in your fingertips, even awareness in your toes. Feel, you guys hear me say it all the time, feel that invisible rope attached to your belly button, pulling up, tugging back. Nice, Diane. Take one more big inhale, everyone, into your down dog. As you exhale, look to the top of your space, and however you would like to get there, forward fold, top of your yoga mat. Halfway lift position, inhale. Exhale, fold. Root through your feet, rise all the way up. Arms to the sky. Hands to heart center. Flowing with your breath. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, take your dive down. Forward fold. Lift halfway, breathe in and lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, move through your vinyasa however you want. This time, just take it back to a child's pose. So hips to your heels and rest. Good, beautiful awareness. Nice, Jill. So child's pose, find a sense of grounding. Breathe into your low back, low belly, hips, pelvis. Coming back to that really simple breath to movement flow for a moment. Next time you inhale, cow posture. So lift your heart, lift your tailbone behind you. Exhale, round cat posture. Maybe even lift to your fingertips and push down through your fingertips. Inhale, downward facing dog. So neutralize your spine, send your hips up and back. Exhale, bring your knees down, child's pose. Make your breath slow, steady, and spacious. One more time like that. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. See if you can feel mobility in your mid-back, mid-spine, neutral spine position as you take your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Very nice, friends. And exhale, child's pose. Ah. This time as you inhale, come up to just a regular tabletop. Knees at least hips width distance, and we'll take thread the needle with our left arm. So left arm out, left arm up, inhale here. And as you exhale, thread your left arm through. So reach as far as you can, gently resting down outside of shoulder and head. Any way you want to work it on this side. So if you want to press with your right hand or your right fingertips, or even wrap your right arm behind you, go for it. Sometimes I like to take my right hand and interlace my right fingers with my left fingers, kind of tug on my left arm. So there's lots of ways to explore. Use your big, deep breaths. Thanks, Kirsten. Really good, everybody. Check in with your face. Are you clenching your jaw? Are you tightening through your eyebrows or your forehead? Can you breathe a little bit bigger, deeper, maybe slower, more spacious? If you happen to have your right hand on the ground in your next breath or two, set it back down. I mean, if you happen to have it lifted, set it back on the ground. On an inhale, let's unthread. So with your next inhalation, left arm out and up. And left hand down. Downward facing dog pose. All right. Great big inhalation as you push the ground away. Find space and length. Exhale, gaze to the top of your mat. Forward fold, however you want to get there. Halfway lift position. Breathe in. And let it go. Exhale, fold. Find emptiness, connect to your center, rise. All the way up, big full body stretch. Hands to heart, exhale. Good breathing. Inhale, arms to the sky. And then exhale, let's sit back into a chair plane pose. So arms swing back behind you as your butt sits low. Yes. See if you can keep your weight in your heels for now. Pick up your toes and spread them. Now notice with your heart, are you rounding and looking down at the ground? See if you can keep your heart open, lifted. So like you're in a little cobra with your chest. Nice, Erin. Maybe this is just an option if you'd like to try it. Rock forward onto your tippy toes, lift your heels high. So heels really high. Now you have more range of motion in your legs. See if you can bend your knees a little bit more. Get lower. Awesome, Anya. Awesome, Bonnie. Take one more deep breath here, friends. Option to stay on your tiptoes if you want a balance challenge. High mountain all the way up as tall as you can grow. And then maybe stay on your tiptoes as you take your slow dive down. Stick your butt out. Bending the knees is helpful. All the way down, forward fold. Nice work. Halfway lift. Awesome, Samantha. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back. Once again, it's yours. Take it however you want. See you in down dog. So add push-ups, take it on your knees, substitute cat-cow, skip it completely. I do not care as long as you're doing it with awareness, with breath, with intention. Downward facing dog. Ujjayi, fire it up. So see if you can feel and hear your own breath flowing through you. Maybe even inspire your neighbor to breathe a little bit bigger, a little bit deeper, because they can hear you breathing big and deep and spacious. Next time you inhale, take your right leg to the sky. So right leg up and back. And everybody today, let's open our hips. So bend your right knee, reach it out and up. So notice when you did that, did you collapse into your left shoulder? Did you collapse into your left hand? If so, see if you can find more strength in your left shoulder. So make this come from your hip joint, not your shoulder joint. Take one more inhale, active through your right foot. Stay and hold or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Get as close as you can. Push the ground away. Nice, Liz. Inhale, back up, three-legged down dog. Open your hip if you want. Exhale, right to right. So aim as high as you can. Aim for your armpit. Hips stay high. Yeah, good job. Inhale, back up. Last one, everybody, knee to your nose, scoop out your belly, and step forward softly, low lunge. Crescent lunge is where we're headed, so you can take your time to rise and settle in. Yeah, and if you want to modify, Warrior One is a perfect modification today. Go for it. So all of your toes face directly forward, and hips are square. So feel as if you are energetically pulling front hip back, back hip forward, like you're plugging the femur bones into the hip sockets. Take one more big inhale here. Maybe even gaze up. And then as you exhale, turbo lunge. So cactus your arms and bend your back knee to a hover. If you're in a Warrior One, you can just add the arms, totally fine. Now, option to stay right here or optional back bend. See if you can make it come from your mid-spine into your upper spine. Low back is supported by your low belly. So draw your belly button in and up to support your low back. Take one more breath wherever you're at. Nice work. Inhale, crescent lunge. Option to extend and straighten your front leg if you would like. Squeeze your front thigh. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Low lunge. Now, pivot your back heel down. Set up a Warrior Two stance. Rise up to Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior Two. So right toes face directly forward and left toes face directly to the left. Yes. Notice if your front knee wants to collapse in towards your big toe. And if that's happening, press into the outer edges of your feet. Wrap your right butt cheek underneath your body. Very nice poses. Next time you inhale, reverse your warrior. Front palm rotates up, reach back, lengthen your right side. Deep bend in your right knee. Nice, Daniela. See if you can feel your right knee tracking toward your pinky toe. Awesome, Jana. See if you can lift your right rib cage. further away from your right hip and breathe into that space. One more inhale, reach through your right fingertips. Exhale, come through your warrior two, moving towards side angle. If you need to, you can straighten your front leg, give it a break for a moment, and then eventually reach forward towards the front wall like you want to touch it, and then just tip it over. The only thing that has to change is your arms. Nice K. So keep wrapping your right butt cheek. Keep pressing into the outer edges of both of your feet. Your left arm can reach straight up. Your left arm can reach forward, or maybe you want to go for the half or the full behind. So you got about 3 or 4 more breaths. If there's any way you want to explore, now is your time. Your heart, remember, your heart does not want to look down at the ground. It wants to look up at the sky. So that's the intention. That's the action you want to create. Nice, honey. Big, deep breaths. If you can't breathe where you're at, then adjust. Awesome, Laura. Next time you inhale, my friends, press into your feet and rise back up. Warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Parallel your feet, so all of your toes now face the windows. Arms to the sky. Inhale. Just for this one, exhale, hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. Shoulder blades, squeeze your spine. And if you can, see if you can just suction cup your palms together. So maybe bend your elbows a lot. Suction cup your palms and then squeeze your elbows towards each other like they're magnetized. Try to keep that. Reach your hands back. Maybe lift your heart, lift your gaze. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, keep your clasp, hinge at your hips. Take it all the way down, wide-legged forward fold. Without your hands on the ground, you do have to engage your core to work this pose. So try not to rock back into your heels. Feel some weight in the pads of your toes, balls of your feet. And then use your strong core to lift your butt higher. See if you can use the mobility in your shoulders to lift your knuckles higher. Very good, you guys. Got about 2 or 3 more breaths. If you want to release your clasp at any time, totally fine. Make sure you can breathe. Soften your face, relax your neck. Amazing work. Those of you with your hands clasped, take one more inhale. Exhale, hands to your low back. Everybody release your clasp. Fingertips to the ground, halfway lift position. Inhale. So bend your knees if needed. Walk your hands, crawl your fingertips to the top of your mat so you're back in a low lunge position. All right, from low lunge, root into your right foot. This is a big movement all the way up, standing staff. So if you need to use your left toes to kind of help you up, please feel free. Otherwise, maybe you can stay balanced on your right foot as you rise. Yes, left knee lifts, left foot is active. Yes, flex your left toes. Beautiful, nice job. Take one more inhale here. As you exhale, we will twist towards the windows. So right arm goes forward and left arm goes back. Maybe you bring your right hand to the outside of your left thigh. You might press your left hand into your low back, into your sacrum, kind of use your arms as leverage. We will get into full revolved hand to big toe pose at some point. So you don't need to get into it right now unless you really want to. Maybe you let your body warm up to it a bit. Take about 2 more breaths. If you want, you can try gazing over your left shoulder. See if you can twist a little further as you exhale. The bottom of your exhale, that's your invitation. Twist, 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 last round. And back to standing staff, unwind, arms to the sky, perhaps extend your left leg forward. Slow motion, low lunge. See if you can touch your fingertips and toes down at the exact same time. Low lunge, from low lunge, 3-legged dog. Take your right leg all the way back, all the way up. Inhale here. Exhale straight to down dog or rock forward and take your vinyasa. Plank to chaturanga. Maybe you bring your knees down, so make it your own. Nice, Samantha. Inhale, heart lift, shoulders back and down. Exhale, hips lift, down dog. Walk it out. Open mouth sighs are welcome. Inhale, left leg to the sky. And then open up your left hip. So like a hinge on a door, your left hip is the hinge, your left leg is the door. Your shoulders don't have to move. Your hands don't have to move. It's just coming from your left hip joint. Active through your left foot. See if you can feel your left outer glute squeezing, your outer butt cheek. Take one more inhale. Maybe you want to stay here. Totally fine. Otherwise, exhale, left knee, right elbow as close as you can come. Nice, Lizzie. Inhale, back up, three-legged. Good, Diane. Open your hip if you want. Exhale, left to left. Aim for your armpit. Aim high. Yes. Inhale, back up. Awesome, Cam. And then everyone this time, knee to your nose. So round your spine, scoop out your belly, step forward softly, low lunge. Crescent lunge when you're ready. Rise slowly and settle in, stabilize. So left hip pulls back, right hip pulls forward energetically. So I can't see it, but you can feel it. Tone your belly. So if it feels like your ribs are flaring forward, knit your front ribs together, navel to spine connection brings a little more length into your low back. And it feels like there's a brace around your middle supporting you. One more inhale here. Exhale, turbo lunge, cactus your arms, bend your back knee to a hover. If you're in warrior one, you can just go with the arms, perfectly fine. If you would like to add the back bend, start to curl open, focus on the bottom tips of your shoulder blades, squeeze them towards your spine. Try to press your elbows forward and up as you squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. Last breath. Yes, beautiful. Back to crescent lunge. Option to straighten your front leg if you want. Breathe in. Hands to the earth as you breathe out. Pivot your back heel down. And then warrior two when you're ready. Rise. Good. So hips open now. Let your hips open. So sometimes for some reason we want to pull our back hip forward. Just let it open. Press into the outer edges of your both feet and wrap your left butt cheek underneath your body. Yes, you guys look so good. Nice, Erin. Next time you inhale, reverse your warrior. So front palm rotates up. Reach up like you want to touch the sky. Reach, 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 and then reach back. So breathe into your left rib cage. Puff up your left rib cage. Yeah. See if you can lift your ribs further away from your hip. Variations are welcome. Track your knee towards your pinky toe. You guys look awesome. Soften your face. One more big, huge inhale. Reach, reach, reach. And then through your warrior two, moving towards side angle. So if you want to take a break for a moment, straighten your front leg. Maybe kind of move your hips. And then when you're ready, bend your front knee, reach forward, tip it over. So heart stays open, hips stay open. Variations are welcome, half or full bind, but do not compromise your heart. So your heart doesn't want to look down at the ground. It doesn't want to close off. It wants to stay open. Feel into that and breathe into that. And then work it with every single breath. Yes, beautiful. Awesome, Bonnie. Awesome, Daniela. Nice poses, my friends. You guys look awesome. Last breath here, wherever you're at, your variation. Nice, Shauna. And then rise back to your warrior two. All right, straighten your front leg. Parallel your feet for a second. But then from feet parallel, bring both of your heels in and point both of your toes out. Come into a low squat. Or a high squat, excuse me, and you want your ankles underneath your knees, so adjust if needed. Keep reaching your arms out to both sides. This is from Forest Yoga. We're going to take a big inhale here, and as you exhale, elbow tips behind your back, squeeze them together. Inhale, reach out through your teeth as you exhale and squeeze. Inhale, reach, lengthen. And again, exhale, squeeze elbow tips behind your back. Good breathing. Two more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze. See if you can feel your back muscles fire more. Inhale, reach. Last time, a little lower in your legs. Exhale, squeeze elbow tips behind you. Beautiful, friends. This time, inhale, reach up, straighten your legs, parallel your feet. Come back to your Ujjayi breath. And when you are ready, just take your dive down, wide-legged forward fold. Nice job. You need an open mouth sigh, go for it. But eventually, Ujjayi breath. Slow, steady, regulating. So this practice is different than the cardio we do outside where our breath gets slow and shallow. The whole time, we want to keep our breath big, spacious, slow, steady. We want to tell our body, you can relax, you're safe. Even though you're uncomfortable, even though there's lots happening, I'm right here. I'm holding you with my big, deep breaths. Our bodies don't speak English. Our bodies communicate with feeling and energy and sensation. So start to pay more attention. Next time you inhale, my friends, come to a halfway lift. Bend your knees as needed, fingertips on the ground. Walk your hands forward, rotate your toes forward. So you'll be back in a low lunge. Remember that big movement? Standing staff all the way up, root into left foot, lift your right knee. Flex your right toes. And if you need at any time, you can always use your right foot to help you up. So focus your gaze, find your drishti. One more inhale here. And then we'll take our twist. Exhale, left arm forward, right arm back. Option to grab the outside of right knee. Option to press your right hand into your sacrum, into your low back. Use that as a little bit of leverage. Broaden through your shoulders and your collarbones. So you're really tall. Your inner thighs are hugging in. That's how you're going to find balance. Maybe even gaze over your right shoulder behind you. Last couple of breaths, friends. Very nice. Unwind, standing staff, breathe in. Option to extend right leg if you want to. Slow motion, low lunge. See if you can touch at the same time. Fingers and toes, low lunge. From low lunge, three-legged down dog, left leg all the way back and up. Inhale here. Exhale straight to down dog or rock forward, plank to chaturanga. Make it your own so your foot can come down, your knees can come down. Inhale, lift your heart. Maybe you want to take an extra breath or two. Good K. And then either down dog, or if you want, maybe you give yourself a moment. Child's pose, hero's pose. A great time to grab a drink. So we will move now a little bit faster, but it doesn't mean we speed through with momentum. We will still be moving slowly and intentionally with our slow, intentional breaths. So one breath, one movement. And if at any time you would like to go slower or faster or do your own thing or take a break, always you have my permission. This is your practice. Give yourself what you need. Honor what your body is telling you. You're the only one that knows what your body's feeling inside. If you are coming with me, downward facing dog. Great big inhalation. Push the ground away. Exhale, gaze to the top of your space, and however you'd like to get there, forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale, lengthen. Back of your neck long. Exhale, fold. And all the way up, rise. Arms overhead. Big inhale. Big stretch. Hands to heart. Exhale. All right, here we go. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, chair plane or drinking bird. So option to float to tiptoes if you want. Stay on tiptoes if you'd like. High mountain, as tall as you can possibly grow. And then possibly stay on your tiptoes as you take your dive. So it's an exaggeration of what you want to feel every time. Yes, halfway lift, heels on the ground, inhale. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga, lower. Lift your heart as you breathe in. And lift your hips as you breathe out. Beautiful, friends. Inhale, right leg high. Open your hip if you want. Stay and hold or exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, three-legged. Right knee, right armpit. Inhale, three-legged. Now last one, everybody. To your nose, step forward softly, low lunge. Crescent lunge, rise. Inhale. Turbo lunge, option for the back if you would like. Yes. Inhale, crescent. Nice, Laura. Straighten your front leg if you want. Hands to the ground. Exhale. Listen. Reverse warrior with your inhale. So all the way up, all the way back. Reach. Side angle as you exhale. Reach forward, tip it over, take it all the way to emptiness. Maybe even hold in emptiness for a split second. Inhale, rise back up, both arms to the sky. Straighten your front leg, parallel your feet. Exhale, dive down, wide-legged forward fold all the way to empty in your breath. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips on the ground. Exhale, walk your hands forward, back to your low lunge. Root into your right foot, standing staff. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, twist, right arm forward, left arm back, or you can grab your leg if you want, all the way to empty. Inhale, unwind, standing staff. Maybe extend left if you haven't. Low lunge, exhale slowly, soft landing. Hands come down, frame your front foot. Three-legged down dog, right leg high, unthread. Exhale, rock forward, plank to chaturanga, or you can always go straight to down dog. Nice, Ali. Inhale, heart lifts. And down dog. Exhale. Beautiful. Left leg high. Inhale. Stay in hold. Or left knee, right elbow. Use those oblique muscles. Inhale, back up. Left to left. Aim for your armpit. Maybe even have that little push up. Inhale, back up. Thanks, Cam. And everyone, knee to your nose. Scoop out your belly. Step through softly. Rise, nice chill crescent lunge. Lift your heart, maybe lift your gaze. Exhale, turbo lunge. Cactus your arms, bend your back knee. Optional back bend. Back to crescent, breathe in, maybe straighten front leg. Hands to the earth as you exhale. Pivot your back heel down, all the way up and back, reverse warrior. Reach up, reach back, lengthen your left side. Exhale, side angle. So come through warrior two, reach forward, tip it over, empty out. Yes. Inhale, press into your feet, rise, arms up, parallel your feet, straighten front leg. With your exhale, take your slow dive all the way down, empty out, navel to spine. Halfway lift, inhale, hands or fingertips on the ground. Exhale, crawl your hands forward, low lunge. Big movement all the way up, standing staff. Nice, Anya. Inhale, active through your right foot. Exhale, twist, left arm forward, right arm back. Squeeze your inner thighs. Inhale, standing staff. Maybe extend right leg. Slow motion, low lunge, soft landing. Three-legged down dog, left leg high, unthread it. Very nice. Come forward, take your vinyasa. Beautiful, friends. See you back in down dog, or if you want a quick child's pose, maybe a couple cat-cows, go for it. So we will go through that one more time. I'm going to add a few things. I'm going to change it up a bit. So just like you've been doing this entire time, stay present, listen to my cues. Take what works and leave the rest behind. So if you are coming with me for this last round, downward facing dog pose. All right. Use your breath to power you through this last sequence. One more big, huge inhale and feel that lightness, that buoyancy in your body. Exhale, look to the top of your space, and however you want to get there, forward fold. Halfway lift position, inhale. And let it go, exhale. Nice job, friends. All the way up, big full body stretch at the top, inhale. And exhale, hands to your own heart. All right, last round, let's go. Listen here, inhale, reach. Side body stretch of your choice to your right. Either side really is fine, so no big deal if you went the other way. Inhale through center. Other side, bless you, up and over, all the way to empty. Inhale, back to the center, reach up. Now, chair plane or drinking bird, option to float to your tippy toes. Maybe stay on your tiptoes. High mountain as tall as you can grow. Reach. Yes, maybe even stay on your tiptoes one last time as you dive. Exhale all the way down. Good work. Lift halfway. Nice Bonnie heels on the ground. Good, Sydney. Exhale. Plant your hands. Feet back. Chaturanga. Strong shoulders. Strong belly as you lower. Good, Katie. Inhale. Curl open. Exhale. Hips back. Downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high. Now listen, my friends. Stay here or exhale. Right knee, left elbow. Extend your right leg through. You're on the outer edge of your right foot. Fall in triangle. Lift your left arm. Reach it up. Maybe even reach it for the front wall. Yeah, so lengthen. One more big in breath. Beautiful. Exhale, bring your left hand down. Inhale, take your right leg high. Three-legged, everybody. Inhale here. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot through. Crescent lunge. Inhale to rise. Strong legs. Exhale, turbo cactus your arms, bend your back knee, maybe at that back bend. Inhale, back to crescent. Everybody straighten your front leg. Listen here. Stay on your back tiptoes, but like an extended pyramid pose, you're going to fold over your front leg. So dive forward, think forehead toward shin, nose toward knee. If you want to step your back foot forward because that feels better in your body, like a more traditional pyramid pose, that's fine. Be here for about 3 more deep breaths. Nice work, my friends. All right, now listen. From here, root into your front foot. Standing splits, left leg floats to the sky. It's just like a one-legged forward fold. If there's any way you want to play with this, feel free. Maybe you want to take a couple handstand hops. Maybe you want to balance with your right arm behind your right leg. So hand behind ankle, forearm behind calf, elbow behind knee. Take one more big inhale. Maybe lift your left leg a little bit higher. Spread your left toes. Exhale, Shiva squat. Left knee tucks into the back of right just one time. Inhale, re-extend, left leg high. And exhale, step your left foot back. We're coming back into our flow. Reverse warrior. So set up your stance and inhale, rise up. Reach back. Exhale, side angle pose. Reach forward, tip it over all the way to emptiness. Good job. Inhale, come back up, straighten your front leg. Now listen, this time triangle pose. So we're not going to parallel our feet just yet. Reach forward, and if you like to shorten your stance a little, that's fine. Tip it over when you're ready. Right hand towards the ground, or maybe it comes to a blocker, your front shin, left to the sky. If you want more, you can reach your left arm forward towards the front wall, extended triangle. Or maybe you want a half or full bind. Maybe you want to reach both arms forward like you're holding an invisible block in between your palms. If you want to move into a balancing half moon, you're welcome to do so. Everyone take about 3 more deep breaths. So exploring, feeling, breathing into your posture, meeting yourself wherever you are at. So nice. All right, we're going to meet back in a warrior 2 stance. So however you need to get there, maybe it's a soft landing, adjust if needed, find your breath. Next time you inhale, straighten your front leg, parallel your feet, arms to the sky. Exhale, take your slow dive down into your wide-legged fold. Halfway lift with your inhalation, fingertips on the ground. Exhale, walk your hands forward, low lunge. Here we go, standing staff all the way up, rise, left knee lifts. Exhale, twist, right arm forward, left arm back. This is where we will pause. If you would like to work into the full, I should say, revolved hand to big toe pose, go for it. So grab hold of your foot and extend your leg only as much as you can without rounding your spine. So keep your spine tall, keep your shoulders broad. Yes. If you're extending, press through your heel, flex through your toes. Last big deep breath, squeeze your inner thighs. Awesome, Kirsten. Slowly unwind, extend your left leg if you haven't. Inhale. Low lunge, slow motion, land softly. Three-legged down dog, right leg to the sky. Listen here, open up your right hip. Stay here and hold here, or flip your dog. Right foot comes down behind you. Right arm forward. Yes, breathe and feel the stretch in your abdominal wall. Beautiful. Nice, honey. Nice, Diane. Last big breath. Everybody, regular down dog. Come back, walk it out. Keep walking it out a little bit longer. Or option 2, inhale, rock forward, high plank. If you want to hover your right leg, go for it. Exhale, chaturanga, lower slowly. Peel your heart open, breathe and lift. And exhale, down dog. You are almost there. Use your breath. Inhale, left leg high. Stay and hold, or exhale, left knee, right elbow. Extend your left leg through. You're on the outer edge of your left foot. Pick up your right hand. Reach your right arm up and maybe forward. See if you can stand on the sole of your back foot. Lift your hips higher, lengthen everything. One more big inhale. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, three-legged dog. Unthread your left leg. Reach. And exhale, step forward, low lunge position. You're almost there. Rise with your in-breath, crescent. Exhale, cactus your arms, bend your back knee, add the back bend if you want. Yes, inhale, back to crescent, straighten your front leg this time, everybody. And then think of pulling your left hip back as you reach your heart forward and fold. So it's like an extended pyramid pose. You're balancing on the ball of your back foot. So there is an element of balance. If you want to step your back foot forward, more of a traditional pyramid, that's okay. Pull your left butt cheek back, 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 and up, up, up. Forehead toward chin, nose toward knee, navel toward spine. At the bottom of each exhale, Uddiyana Bandha. All the way to empty. Feel that navel to spine connection and dive a little bit deeper. Last couple of rounds. Yes, beautiful. Now, bottom of your next exhale, you can bend your front knee, walk your hands forward, standing splits, right leg lift. For a moment, just like a one-legged forward fold, relax your neck. If there's any way you want to explore here, go for it. Take little hops, play with your balance. One more inhale. Exhale, Shiva squat. Right knee tucks in the back of left just once. Thanks, Erin. Inhale, re-extend. Right leg high, spread your toes. Now exhale, step your right foot all the way back. Set up your warrior 2 legs. Reverse warrior, rise up and back. Inhale. Yes. Exhale, side angle. Come through warrior 2. Reach forward, tip it over all the way to emptiness. Thanks, Shauna. Inhale, rise back up, straighten your front leg, but keep your left toes facing forward. If you want, you can shorten your stance a little tiny bit, setting up for triangle. Imagine your hips are being pulled towards the back wall as you reach for the front wall. Yeah, and then only your arms have to change. So heart stays open, hips stay open, shoulders stay open. Go for any variation you would like to take on this side. So maybe one or both arms forward, maybe a half or a full bind, maybe even a balancing half moon. About 3 more breaths. So be in your body. If you are falling out of the pose, meet yourself right there. If you're holding triangle, try not to over or hyperextend through your knees, but feel the muscles in your legs. Wherever you're at, slow transition back to a warrior 2. Take a moment to adjust, settle in. Ujjayi, reconnect. Next time you inhale, straighten your front leg, parallel your feet, take your arms up. And exhale, dive down, wide-legged forward fold. All the way to empty. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, walk your hands forward, back to a low lunge. Your last big balancing sequence, inhale all the way up, rise, standing staff. Exhale, twist, left hand to the outside of your right knee. Right arm can reach back or press into low back. We'll pause here. If you want to take full revolved hand to big toe pose, go for it. Nice, Jill. Keep squeezing through your inner thighs. Keep standing tall, broad through the front of your shoulders. Nice, Allie. If you're getting that little shake, that's a good thing. It means you've met your edge. Be with it, soften around it, breathe into it. Last round. Nice, Anya. Slowly unwind, standing staff. Extend right if you haven't. Slow motion, low lunge, soft landing as you exhale. Three-legged down dog. Take your left leg back and up. Open your hip. Stay or flip your dog. Left foot comes down. Open through the front of your heart. Open through your front abdominal. So that abdominal wall, breathe down into it. And then come back, regular down dog. Walk it out. Keep walking it out. Or inhale, rock forward, high plank, maybe hovering left. Slowly lower, exhale. Inhale, lift, feel your heart open. You choose down dog or child's pose, hero's pose. Any pose that allows you to just check in with yourself. Notice how you feel. So take a moment and just, like we're at the very beginning of practice, or like we did at the very beginning of practice, just simply notice everything flowing through you, sensations, pulsations. Feel yourself as an energetic being. Maybe it's a little bit easier to feel the energy flowing through you now. And then in your next couple rounds, friends, however you'd like to find your way back, downward facing dog. All right, inhale your right leg high. Pigeon pose, right shin to the top of your space and bring your body down gently. If there's any way you want to work this on your own, feel free. So if you'd rather take it in a seat or on your back, if that's better for you, always that's your choice. What I personally really try to incorporate in pigeon pose that people don't always like is muscle energy and structure stability. So you want your right knee nice and wide towards the outer right edge of your mat so you can get the external rotation, and then pull your right butt cheek back and up just like we do in pyramid, just like we do in a lunge as your heart goes forward and down. If you feel like you don't feel much in pigeon, you want help, feel free to wave your hand, call me over, and I'll be happy to help you until you do feel something. Good awareness. Keep some activation through your front toes. It's Aaron.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you bring your name? Okay.
Okay.
No, that's good. Listen to that. You're good. Good job, everybody. Give yourself about 5 more rounds and just notice in 5 breaths, is there any way I can soften a little more? So soften doesn't mean just plop into the pose mindlessly, but breath by breath, you're softening around your hard edges. So notice, where are you tensing up that you don't need to be? Where are you tightening where you don't need to be? And just by noticing, see if anything starts to shift a little bit. Last couple of breaths. If you want, side out your mouth. And just on your own, however you would like to get back to down dog, start to find your own transition back. Once you're there, just walk out your dog. You can move through a vinyasa if you want. If you're on your back and you want to stay there, just take some neutralizing movements on your back. That's fine too. You might take a moment, gonna feel into right leg versus left leg, right side versus left side. And then just in your own time, friends, find your way into pigeon with your left shin forward or your left ankle on top. Set yourself up with just as much awareness and care as you did on the other side. Slowly settle in breath by breath. And if you want to go any deeper, just scoot your back feet back. Breath by breath, softening a little more. So I know it's so easy when we hold poses for a while to just kind of tune out and start to think about what you're doing later. Kind of go through your to-do list or your grocery list. So that's the yoga, is bringing yourself back here over and over. Just being in your body, connecting with yourself, even if it's uncomfortable, even if it's boring, even if it's intense, even if there's lots of sensation. We're not trying to distract ourselves and tune out. We're doing the opposite. We're tuning in. We're moving actually towards sensation, softening around it breath by breath. I'll just leave it up to you. So no rush. I'm going to guesstimate maybe a couple more big spacious breaths, maybe one last open mouth sigh. But when you feel just pretty much even on both sides with your pigeon pose, start to find your way back to one last down dog. And if you're on your back, you can take neutralizing movements there. If you're in a seat, you can choose, move through some neutralizing movements from your seat or take one last down dog. And this would also be your time for one last vinyasa. Or if you want to take a child's pose instead of down dog, totally fine. Just take a moment and feel into all that space that you've created in your body, all that length, all that energy inside of you. It's always there. It's just harder to feel. And then everyone in your next few rounds, however you'd like to get there, friends, take it all the way down onto your back. And you can do whatever feels good. So it might feel good to just kind of rock side to side with your knees hugged in, but eventually Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined cobbler's pose. Bring your feet together and let your knees fall open. And with your feet together, knees apart for just a moment, bring one hand to your heart space, one hand to your low belly. Close your eyes, rest, let the ground hold all of your weight. Notice if you're trying to hold your knees up with your own strength and see if you can just let gravity take hold. Feel the ground underneath you, feel the space around you, the energy around you. If you like it here and you want to stay here and just relax, totally fine with me. Otherwise, we're going to bring a little bit of strength and effort into this posture. So invitation to bring your arms out to your sides or down by your sides with your palms facing the ground. And then if this bothers your low back, if your low back is feeling any pain, scoot your feet a little further away from your body. But if it feels okay to scoot your feet in a little closer, maybe you try that too. So we don't want pain in our low back. Press your heels together. And then as you're ready, see if you can pick up your hips. So pick your hips up off the ground, squeeze through your outer glutes. So you're still pressing the entire soles of your feet, but just especially press through your heels. And then see if you can squeeze your outer glutes and imagine somebody's pressing your knees towards the ground, but you're pressing against them, lifting your hips even higher. So knees are getting pressed down, hips are lifting higher. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your glutes. Press the soles of your feet together, press your heels together, especially press down through the back of your head. Squeeze, lift, hold for 3, soften your face. 2, lift a little higher, squeeze a little more, and 1, let it go. So just relax down for a moment, and then listen carefully here. So we're going to slowly close our knees like a book, but slowly. So listen. For now, just lift your own knees about 2 or 3 inches and hold them there for about 10 seconds. You might feel a little bit of a shaking and just let it happen. So if you feel shaking in your pelvis, in your psoas, your groin, you're not trying to make it go away. Just take big, deep breaths, let it happen. And then lift your knees about 2 or 3 inches more, getting them a little bit closer. But still, they're not meeting just yet. Hold there, and if that shaking happens, let it. So soles of your feet together as much as you can. If they start to come apart a little bit, it's okay. If there's a lot of shaking, tell your body, everything's good, I'm safe. Big, deep breaths. And then slowly, just one more time. Don't let your knees touch yet, but get them a little closer, 2 or 3 inches. Hold here for about 10 seconds. Let that shaking happen. And then finally, soles of your feet on the ground, soles of your feet together, or excuse me, inner edges of your feet together. And keep your feet close to your upper body and just hold here for a moment and your legs might shake. This is what I've been learning. It's called TRE, tension and trauma releasing exercises. So that shaking, it's supposed to happen. We turn it off out there in our everyday life when we have something come up because we don't like it. It's uncomfortable. It looks weird. But it's letting go of tension inside. So see if you can just let it happen for a moment. If they're shaking, let it happen. If you don't feel any shaking, try moving your feet a little closer to your upper body. Keep them together, the inner edges. It might just be little tiny waves. They call them neurogenic tremors. And if you don't like it, if it's too much, you can just extend your legs forward and your arms out like Shavasana and it'll stop. Those big deep breaths just remind your body, it's okay, you're safe. Even though there's tension, there's trauma, I'm right here, I got you. And go ahead, hug your knees in when you're ready and take a little rock side to side. Let both of your knees fall to one side for a supine twist. And if there's some other variation you want to take of your twist with your legs crossed or one leg straight or anything like that, go for it. You can go either direction first. After a few rounds on one side, switch to the other side. With each breath, imagine you're creating a sense of grounding and safety inside your body. So get curious, what is safety in your body? What does it feel like? Where do you feel it? What color is it? What does support and stability feel like in your body? So not what does it feel like in your mind, in your head, in your brain? What does it feel like in your body? What's the actual sensation of stability and support? When you feel even on both sides with your twist and no rush, come back to center and finish off your own practice however you would like. So any finishing poses of your choice. Maybe there's a final inversion you want to take, perhaps a happy baby pose. Yeah, or maybe one last heart opener, one last hip opener. And in your own time, start your transition into your final relaxation, which can be the traditional corpse pose or any other position that you would like to take your final resting pose in today. So I'm going to read to you. I really love this reading, and I actually don't know who wrote it. So I will play the gong and the bowls today, and if you are not into that, you'd rather not, please feel free to sneak out before Shavasana. Maybe you can take your own little micro Shavasana in your car before you leave. All right, none of it is real. None of it is real. The societal timelines, the expectations, the rules we follow that were set for us by strangers who do not know us and do not know our lives. It is all made up, and yet we let it destroy us. Achieve this by that age, get there by this time. It was created and contrived, fabricated as an invisible yardstick, and yet we let it pull us around like a rope around our necks. Let it go. I give you permission to let it all go. Observe how much freer you are and how much less of a failure you feel. You cannot fail when none of it is real. Shavasana. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. And start to bring movement back into your physical body. Wiggle fingers, toes. Maybe roll out your wrists, ankles. And just find your own way into a fetal position on either side as you're ready. Take a moment and really just let your practice settle there. So the energy from it, the effort from it, visualize it, use your imagination. See it soaking into your body, into your being. And then use the strength in your arms to slowly guide yourself up into seated meditation. So right back where we started. And just gather your hands to your own heart. And we'll close our practice together with one big collective Om. So try not to worry too much about what you sound like. Who cares? Just focus more on how it feels to use your voice and to let your own vibration and expression move through your body, express out your mouth as sound. So start by exhaling, emptying out, clear your throat if needed. And breathe in your voice. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here, for letting me guide you. Namaste. You're so welcome. Thank you, friends. Feel free to ask any questions you may have. Have a wonderful Tuesday. Yes, right? I know she got a queen collar now. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thanks for coming back, Bonnie. Love having you. Thank you, Mama.